Now, this is the book I was telling you about. Now, sometimes you guys are staying in the same hotel, sometimes you're not.
A dark part of American history comes to light in the movie The Green Book, highlighting a published travel guide that African Americans used when driving across the country during the Jim Crow era. It was a time when many communities embraced the laws that enforced racial segregation.
Do you foresee any issues in working for a black man?
You in the Deep South, there's going to be problems.
The Oscar-nominated film tells the story of Dr. Don Shirley, a world-class black pianist who embarks on a concert tour in the Deep South in 1962. To make it to each gig safely, Shirley hires this man, Tony Lip, to be not only his driver, but also protector as they navigated through segregated states. But the Green Book was not exclusive to the Deep South. One of the states listed in the guide is California, and among some of the Golden State cities, Fresno, which has 15 locations inked on pages 10 and 11.
For black entertainers and musicians and people coming through who might be using a Green Book, Fresno was a place to stop.
And if you need a little kissing, call on me.
Ed Burke would know. The 76-year-old musician's family owned two of the Fresno locations mentioned in the book. New Jericho at 101 Church Street was his grandfather's restaurant, while Sportsman's at 855 G Street was the barbershop his uncle ran. Burke is not sure how his family's businesses ended up in the book, but he believes it happened by word of mouth.
Musicians would come through Fresno. They would be made aware of, where's the place you can go.
Burke says that was important because there were places in Fresno that were not welcoming.
We went into this place and it was open, and so we sat down. The place was crowded. And so half hour goes by and nobody comes. So then one of my friends said, hey, somebody help us? So the lady ran over and put 4 glasses of water on the table. Water spilled all over everybody. Threw some menus at us and walked away. We stood up to walk out, and the people applauded.
Professor Thomas Witt Ellis, Department Chair of Africana Studies at Fresno State, tells us that is why the Green Book was needed, pinpointing exactly where African Americans could safely eat, sleep, and get gas while on the road.
Because keep in mind, even though we're in California, we may not have had a segregation like we did in Selma, Alabama, but there were businesses that simply would not serve blacks.
Blacks were restricted to only one place in Fresno, right where we are right now.
Dr. Fitzalbert Marius echoes those sentiments. He moved to Fresno from the South in 1958 to begin his residency at Fresno Cottage General Hospital.
This city was very prejudicial in those days.
The surgeon recalls a time when he and his wife were denied housing in an apartment complex that was supposed to be for all physicians in training.
And they gave all the white interns rooms, and so on. And then it got to us four blacks. And they said, oh, geez, we're sorry. We've run out of room.
A past that spotlights Fresno in this book during a time when blacks visiting the Central Valley were confronting the dangers of racism.
The Green Book came in handy because you had to know where you were going.
Something that was necessary back then, even if you were visiting what was considered the best little city in the USA. In downtown Fresno, Corey James, ABC 30 Action News.
Thank you for watching. For more videos like this from ABC 30, just make sure to hit that subscribe button below.